Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Raju from Smart AI Technologies. Today I'm going to show you a demo of a project called UPI based fraud detection using machine learning. So whatever you are seeing, this is a web application which is built for that. So it contains where you need to just make any payment, and when you do the payment in the back end, there will be so many parameters extracted, and based on that it will be giving you whether the transaction was fraud or not. And you are not doing more manual stuff here. You are just doing a normal payment in its backend without your knowledge. So many features will be extracted from this transaction, okay, during this transaction, and automatically if it feels the transaction is not in a valid way, or which is not in a good way, so that transaction will be blocked. So that's the thing, and I will show you the complete demo. But before that, we need to see the research papers and the methodologies of those papers and our proposed system, and we'll discuss them deeply, and then we'll see the complete working of this web application. And if you're new to our channel, we actually provide so many machine learning, artificial and data science oriented projects with complete course, documentation and mentorship support. We charge very minimal, and we give very good support to students. You can approach us and you can get the code and the data. So let us start with the first paper, which talks about fraud detection in banking data by machine learning techniques. So they are trying to detect fraud, okay, like this fraud in the banking system with the help of machine learning techniques. Okay, actually in title they are mentioning machine learning. So when I gone through their methodologies, I found even deep learning. They are using deep learning also. So we'll check in detail what is there in this paper. Initially they mentioned few features here. So here they use three machine learning models. One is light BGM, XGBoost and CataBoost. So you can say CataBoost, light BGM and XGBoost. And when it comes to F1 score, so light BGM and XGBoost is giving 0.79% and accuracy is 0.95, and cat boost is giving them like 81% of F1 score. Okay, why I'm not providing you recall and precision is actually F1 score is combination of recall and precision. So if F1 is good, this will automatically be good, and this accuracy of cat boost is actually 0.94%. They mentioned it in abstract, and we'll check in detail what they used. Actually, we'll go and check with their proposed methodologies. So when we check their proposed methodology, and in the dataset they mentioned like they use a dataset of credit card which contains around 2,84,807 transaction, which is about 2 days recording, okay, which is highly imbalanced. The dataset they are using was highly imbalanced nothing but, for example, there were 100 transactions happened, there was one or two transactions were fake, remaining transactions were good. Okay? They collected like the data set, and then they applied pre-CA, principal component analysis, over that data set. Actually this paper used PCA data which is available in Kaggle, so which contains only two parameters. One is time and another is amount of transaction done. Based on that, they actually generated using PCA around V1 to V28, those many V1 V2 columns, okay, which are transformed. Okay, they are not, you won't find them as a real data, they are transformed with the help of PCA, the dataset that this paper is using. Next, when it comes to data pre-processing, their data was highly imbalanced. So they are using SMOT technique to balance the dataset, that you can see here. Okay? Are oversampling, a minority oversampling. It means when the data is imbalanced, you will be having few things with you. First is you need to remove the higher valued classes. For example, here fraud is very less, no fraud is very high, so then you can remove the no fraud to balance the fraud data. Otherwise you can oversample the less data, that is fraud data. You can oversample, you can increase the more number of rows by adding relay those data. Okay, so you are sampling that data. Okay, then they will be matched together to balance. Okay, oversampling, okay, undersampling, these things are there. For that they are using actually smart technique. And when it comes to features, actually this paper mentioned about the data set which contains time and amount. What was the time and how much was the amount transaction? Only two parameters, and only two parameters can't affect that much on the results. The reason is, if you have more data about any transaction, you will be having clear cut idea or clear cut effect on the result. So in our case, whatever data set we are using actually contains lot of data, lot of columns, and those columns are very real. Okay, I will be showing you the data set, what is that, and then we will be discussing more about it once this paper, once we see this paper completely. Okay, so our data set is far good. It contains so many parameters which are very realistic in other words, they are going to affect the result. You will feel, okay, each and every parameter is key feature. And when it comes to algorithm, again they are using logistic regression. Okay, they didn't provide it in abstract, but they are using logistic regression. They are using light bgm, xgboost, and catboost. And they are speaking about majority voting. It means if one prediction can be done by all these models, and among these four, if one says it is a fraud and remaining three says it's a not fraud, then the transaction is not fraud. So maximum voting, majority voting done by the four models will be taken as the final result. And as I mentioned, they are even using deep learning. They didn't mention in our stack, but they are using deep learning also in their project. Mm. So evaluation matrix, when it comes to evaluation matrix, they are using classification report with MCC. Again, this is also based on the confusion matrix itself. All these features are confusion matrix based features. Mm. This is the main thing, the result. They have a column, they have made a table of it. What are the models they are using, what is the accuracy they got, and what is the recall, precision, F1 and MCC. The main thing that you need to check for now is accuracy. Okay, so they use the four algorithms, next combination of them. Okay, so when it is done, actually LG and XGBoost, logistic regression and XGBoost combination, they got 0.99927 accuracy. So this is for machine learning. That was for machine learning actually. And light bgm separately they done, and it is also giving around 0.9992 accuracy. So this was all about this paper. To keep it very simple, this paper is using a data set of transaction which contains only time and the transaction happened, and that data being converted into some unknown columns v1 to v28, 28 features with help of PCA, principal component analysis. Their data is principal component analysis data which is available. Okay, so they use that data and then they balanced it, and then they implemented multiple models, and they again done voting system between multiple models, 2 combination, 3 combination, and they got better result at linear regression and XGBoost, sorry, logistic regression and XGBoost combination. So then they used even deep learning also. These are the things done by this particular paper. Now we'll check with the second paper, fraud detection in banking transaction using machine learning. This is the second paper which speak about, scroll down. Actually, in their conclusion, they even mentioned these things. They got this data set from UCI repository, okay? So which again contains a data which is highly imbalanced. Okay, they are using three models. One is KNN, random forest, and XGBoost. Even this paper also used SMOT for balancing the imbalanced dataset. And what are the columns it contains? Is customer ID, age, gender, category, and amount of purchase. How much he purchased and in which situation the fraud has happened. So these two papers are speaking about almost fraudulent, but in the first paper the problem that we are getting and we want to resolve is the data contains only two things. What is the time? What is the transaction? Only two features. So only two features will not be that much impactful when you take it to real time. Whereas because and also there was a data which is highly imbalanced. You may be getting good accuracies there, but the thing is when you do resampling, the data will be not that much correctly resampled. So if you default have a balanced data set, it will be a different case than balancing with help of smart or resampling techniques, some other resampling techniques. So there will be loss. Okay, what I am speaking about. Yeah, these two papers even presenting multiple machine learning models and their combinations. So now what we can do, what we are going to propose. Okay, so that is the first thing is when it comes to data set, our data set is completely balanced. So I can show you the data set. So you see here, this is the data set that we are going to use. So what our data set contains, it says number of failed attempts, how many failed attempts has been done on that particular transaction, one transaction normally by that person. Okay, and transaction frequency, frequently how many transactions you will do in a week. Transaction amount, what is the total transaction amount he is requesting, and transaction time, what is the time, and then comes what is the distance from where he is doing a transaction from his home branch, and device information, whether it's a laptop or mobile, and what is the age of that account, how many years old that account is, so what is the account balance left. Okay, after this will be done, how much account balance will be left, and biometric data, whether is updated biometric data or not, and for what purpose is doing that transaction. Now you see all these things are most impactful to say whether the transaction will be fraud or not. So first of all, we are having better features. The next thing is our data set is highly balanced, so we don't need to do resampling. Okay, and when it comes to modeling, we are trying to go with multiple machine learning models. First thing is in clustering we will go with KNN. In bagging we will go with the random forest and decision tree. In boosting, XGBoost, AdaBoost, and also CatBoost. So multiple boosting techniques and multiple bagging techniques and also logistic regression will be included. So we are having multiple models together. So different type of models they are. Okay, and by combining them we are also going to get voting so that we get better result. Now itself we are getting lot and lot better result. Okay, so it's nearly 100, and if we take vote of them we'll be getting much better result than the proposed paper. This is our proposed methodology, and also we are using deep learning even. Okay, with the help of deep learning also we are going to predict, and finally we are going to do comparative study with the referred papers and also our implemented code. Now, whatever we proposed it, when we implement how it will work. So before that, we even can add few more things here. You can increase the size of data set. For now, I think we have around 5,000 transactions. You can increase the number of transactions. Okay, you can get more transaction data. How much data set will be large, that much better results we will be getting. And now you see here. So this is our project. Okay, how it looks from the outside. Okay, the first page is actually login and register page, where you can log in with help of user and password. Otherwise you can register. For this we are using SQL DB database to store the details and to fetch the details. Once you log in, it will be taking us to this page, where it looks like very realistic and very commercialized like stuff. Then you see here so much of detail. Just you feel like it is a real-time company website or a real-time payment website, just PhonePe, Google Pay, like that. So now when I click on get started here, it will take me to this page where I want to make some payment. Okay, now what I will do, amount to pay, let's say I am going to pay 4,500, and card number I will add. Now full name on that card, and then expiry date of that card and CVV on that card. Now when I add these details and I go for submit payment, it will ask me for OTP. Yeah, I should make it invisible. I will update that. Verify OTP. So it's a payment detail failed. The thing what happened is, the whatever the account I used, that account is being making the payment not that much high at once. And also that account number I am using 2 to 3 times or more than 4 times a day. Continuously I want to transact again and again, 5,000. Now I came here, okay, and I done this transaction. Now I will change the card name, card number. Okay, I will change the card details. Amount I will pay 6,000. Did I miss anything? Okay, name. Now when I submit for the payment, okay, it says payment successful. So this is the thing what is happening in the backend. I will show you a glimpse of small code here. Okay, now we see here whatever the data comes here, those data will be fetched. Okay, those data will be requested and fetched, and these things will be according to those data will be extracted for this. Okay, related to that account, and those data will be then fed to our trained model. Now you can see here, even I will try to show you some Jupyter notebook codes how I coded. I will show only one model. Okay, we have so many codes. Multiple model training, but this contains only 2 models. Okay, remaining is there. Okay. This data I'm going to import it. Just I wanted to show you the parameters of accuracy and precision and all those things. Yes, here you see accuracy is nearly 100% for random forest, only random forest, and you can see F1 score is almost 100. And also you come here, accuracy of XGBoost is also 100. and even the F1 score of this XGBoost is also almost 100. The model is working far better than we expected. A few data I'm feeding manually and I'm checking. Okay, so it is predicting 0. It means that's a safe. There is no fraudulent in that case. So this is the way we build the models. Then we took these models, we saved the model, okay, and we integrated it in the front end and the back end. For the front end, we used HTML and CSS. For the back end, we used Flask. And also for the database, we are using MySQL DB. This project can be given to you and we will help you to implement it in your system. And also one thing is, we will help you with the classes. We will take classes and we will explain you what is there in this project, and each and everything from line by line. Everything will be introduced to you and it will be taught to you the way we code it. And also we will give you the documentation regarding this project. You can use it for report, PPT, and your papers if you want. So all these details will be given and mentorship will be provided, classes will be taken, and everything will be happening online. And yeah, we will be supporting you whenever you want. So there is no limitation for classes. And even when you take this code, if there is any minimal changes that you need, for that you can approach us back. So we'll make improvements, okay, over that also. Thank you for that, and we'll see in the next session with a good project. Thank you very much. And there is a mobile number given below. You can contact us through WhatsApp or directly call to us for the query. Thank you very much.